So recently, Anthony Fantano, the guy from the Needle Drop, has gotten into a very large controversy surrounding his popular TikTok sound.
Ooh, a fresh pie? Save me a slice. That's good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's... All right, that's good. Okay. All right, okay, all right. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's enough slices!
I can't believe I'm fucking saying that. By the name of That's Enough Slices. So if you didn't know who the Needle Drop is or what his show is, it's essentially a channel he uses to just critique albums. And a lot of it is sort of unfair critiques on the personality of the creator. And a lot of it is also just unfair critiques on the music and work itself. I personally am of the belief that it doesn't matter what was created or how it was created, as long as somebody enjoys it. That means that it's a good work. That means that it's a good piece of art, right? And obviously that's limited by things that spread horrible messages or like fucking like horrible like gore films, right? But as long as somebody enjoys something that causes no harm to somebody else, then I think it's a good work, right? I think it's a piece of art. And he essentially makes his whole business model profiting off of other people's downfall, and not in the way that I do it, right? Like I pick up on stories and I make fun of people. He makes his work profiting off of calling other people's hard-earned like status as an album, right? Calling people's like hard work garbage, right? Like I make slop on the internet. You can call this garbage all you want. He calls real art garbage, and for that I think he's just a fucking moron. Like he's just an idiot. But he's getting sued by Activision essentially, and what is happening is because he tried to sue them for the usage of his TikTok audio that he clearly, like, he signed an agreement saying that this is like for public use, right? Like it's a professional audio, which means it's listed on TikTok's audio page, right? Which means anyone is allowed to use it no matter who they are, what they represent, right? Like no matter who they are, they don't have to pay to use it. It's free essentially, right? They can use it for commercial use as well. Now, Anthony had the bright idea, and he's done this before, by the way. Like I've gotten told that like this is not his first time getting into lawsuits. To be fair, a couple of the prior lawsuits were justified. One of them was not, but a couple of them were pretty much justified. This one, however, I think is the worst thing he's ever done, probably. He literally tried to muscle one of the wealthiest companies in the world out of, I think it was like it was definitely six figures, but like it was some odd massive amount of money. And Activision does not care about money. And he thought, oh, well, Activision doesn't care about money, I'll just extort them, right? What actually happened was Activision doesn't care about money, so they're going to fucking punk you and go to court with you, right? They are taking him to court, and this is gonna be like a full fucking trial. And honestly, I'm glad. Like, good. Fucking get my biases out of the way. Fuck this guy, dude. If you, like, okay, what's to say he's gonna stop at Activision, right? Like, you could bring up the idea of like, oh, well, he's just picking on like a massive corporation, right? Like, that's great. Like, good job. Good on him. What's to say that he's not gonna stop at a massive corporation? What's to say the next corporation he stops at is some other YouTube channel? What's to say that the next person that he stops at is some random fucking like TikToker? What's to say that this guy just builds up this habit of extorting money out of people because he thought he could get away with it once? Like, this is evidence of criminal activity, right? This is like fucking terrible. This is genuinely like a terrible thing to do. Like, this guy is so like high off his own fucking farts that he's genuinely just an insufferable prick. And it's been further proven to me just how much of an insufferable prick he is based off of this lawsuit that's coming out. Like, I don't sympathize for this guy. Like, I don't feel bad for him. What I do feel bad for is Activision, that they have to actively go through a lawsuit like this. I do think it's giving them some free clout, so I don't totally feel bad for him, but I think that like no matter what you are, no matter if you're a gigantic corporation, I think that it kind of sucks to have to go through this, right? It kind of blows ass to have to go through a lawsuit, but they've got the best fucking lawyers on the planet, so it doesn't matter, right? They're gonna smooth through the case, right? Like, it's whatever. They're gonna fucking drain him dry though. Like, I'm expecting this to be like a full frontal, full-blown assault. They are going to siphon his pockets. They're going to absolutely fuck fucking drain his bank account. It's not even a question, bro. This shit is over for him. Fucking, he's not even gonna be able to like live in his little fucking LA lifestyle studio apartment by the end of this shit, bro. He's done. Like, he fucked with the wrong people at this point. I can't feel bad for him. Like, I know I should at least feel a little bit bad for him that like he's gonna get made an example of, right? And I know that I should feel a little bit bad for him because like maybe he was doing it to be like, oh, fuck the corporations, right? Maybe that was his goal and he was gonna like make a statement on it later. But at the same time, like, you played with fire and you know, you got fucked over for it. Like, I'm praying on your downfall, buddy. Like, you finally shit the bed, dude. Like, you finally fucked it up. But yeah, I mean, that's my statement on this. And now for Wetbread, thank you for coming on this. It means a lot to me. And take it away.
Bread Boys, back at it with another banger, and me and Gio are joining forces on this video, which may have been a surprise, but anyway, my channel link will be in the description if you would like to become a Bread Boy today. Now, let's get on to the content. So basically, this big ol' lawsuit, is against Anthony Fantano and Activision. You know, that one person that, reviews music, and of course, you know Activision for their failed attempts at making a Call of Duty for the past 5 years. I assume you know these two fellas. This whole lawsuit is fucking crazy, because I assume everybody thought that Activision would just completely try to bully Anthony Fantano into doing something. Because as you know, Activision is a very shady, garbage company. But no, Activision actually comes out with an argument that actually helps TikTokers. I am a fan of Anthony and his work, but this lawsuit, if he wins this lawsuit, there will be mass exploitation of TikTok creators. Now let's get on to the situation. Anthony Fantano is more known as the person who made the "That's Enough Slices" meme.
That's good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's... All right, that's good. Okay. All right, okay, all right. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's enough slices!
And then this meme was turned into a sound, and then it became very popular on the platform. And Activision used this meme, like the sound on TikTok, inside of their ad on TikTok about their new Crash Bandicoot game. And then of course Anthony Fantano gave them a cease and desist letter, and I assume the letter went about saying that, hey, stinky head, stop using my goddamn shit. And of course Activision didn't like being called stinky head, so then they crawled up in a little ball in the fetal position and cried in the corner and took down the video. But then Anthony Fantano was not done and decided, hey, I need your fucking lunch money too, and asked I can't fucking say that word. Anyway, asked Activision for a little bit of money because of the damages they caused. And then Activision got up and stood up for himself, wiping his tears away, then backhanded him with a fucking countersuit. And in that little countersuit, he declares that he can't just pick and choose who gets claimed or who doesn't. He has to either claim all of it or claim none of it, because, you know, other people have already used this sound to advertise different things. And Activision is arguing against him, saying that his meme sound, was inside of the commercial sound library that Activision picked it from. To put this in perspective, it's like going to your neighbor's house and picking an apple after all of your other friends have picked an apple off the same tree, and the neighbor said it was A-O-fucking-K, and then I go up to pick an apple, and he's just like, fuck no, you're not allowed picking apples on my tree, even though everybody else has. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Anthony is just cherry picking, basically, on Activision, or apple picking, if you will. In Activision's statement, they say that Anthony lets people usually use their sound, even for monetary gain, but when a company that he doesn't agree with uses his sound in this fucking sound library that specifically states that you can use it for a monetary gain, he's just like, no, I'm gonna bully more people into giving me more money. Also, Activision states that he's done this before, making other companies pay up whenever they use his sound. So it kind of sounds like Anthony's being a little bit of a goober and is taking advantage of companies not wanting to ruin their good name, and they just upfront pay for whatever the hell they need to pay for, so then Anthony stays off their ass. Because no company wants to be known as somebody that steals other creators' content to advertise whatever product we're advertising. And Activision found this out and was like, hey, we're gonna stand against this guy. This guy's a little bit of a dumbass and doesn't realize that his sound is actually on the little tab that lets you use it for advertising. So, ha! And this argument from Activision will help out normal TikTok creators who usually rely on the commercial sound library that TikTok has. By their own terms, it should be safe to use, right? And Anthony would kind of throw the wrench into this whole commercial use of TikTok sounds. And of course, Activision isn't making this argument for the better of the platform because of money. But you know, it kind of will lead to that if Activision kind of wins this lawsuit. But then again, there is a little bit of wiggle room in the whole thing because Anthony could have just not have uploaded it. It could have been somebody else grabbing a clip of his meme and then uploading it onto TikTok, and then somebody put it on the commercial tab. Like, there could be a possibility that he was just automatically put in that section, which would be like a core structure to this whole thing. But because it is in there, it has some implications that any of those sounds could be unsafe to use for anything. Like, if you use the "that's enough slices" for something that Anthony does not agree with, he can easily get rid of it, even though TikTok has stated that it would be perfectly okay in this section. Now can you see the implications that this lawsuit has on TikTok? You know what, I'm gonna do the Anthony route and just make a fuck ton of funny ass sounds on TikTok, so then companies will use it and I'll be like, hey, I don't like what you advertise with this thing, so give me money. Like, I could just go around and get 6-figure sums for telling companies to stop fucking with my goddamn sounds. Like this is what Anthony is doing, basically. Or at least that's what Activision is making Anthony out to be. So basically this case weighs fully on Anthony on saying that he didn't upload it to the commercial thing at all. And then, of course, having to prove it, it would probably fall on TikTok or something. Because, you know, it might have been an automated reason. It could have been because a user put it on there. Like, why is another user allowed to put some other creator's sound and then is able to upload it to the commercial, like, stuff to be able to be used on anything? That's kind of fucked. If somebody could just steal, like, my voice and put it towards something that I don't agree with, then somebody could just put it in the commercial tab and be like, nope, you can't sue me, haha. So basically, this whole case is a giant clusterfuck. Don't sue the people that are using the commercially available sound on TikTok. Sue TikTok for putting the goddamn sound on TikTok, please. Mr. Anthony, I wish you the best. I don't think you're winning this lawsuit because Activision was working within their rights. Activision has too much of a good case for you to argue against it. And also, they have billions of dollars to put on lawyers. Good fucking luck. Alright, that's my part done. Yippee. And stay hydrated, Geo enjoyers.
If you stuck through to the end of the video, I want to just give a shout out to Wetbread. Go sub to his channel. I'll have it linked in the description. And I also want to say thank you for watching. It means a lot to me. I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. I hope you enjoyed what you watched, most of all. And I'm glad that I could produce this content for you. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bro, talk shit, we running him down. He almost moved with a gang, nah. That shit is not advised. I'ma come up on some people with no rise. They ain't got no money and they not up no surprise. When I'm rapping, I'm a